Hey everyone, I'm Becky,
And I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about Kissing Lessons by Sophie Jordan, which I got from NetGalley.
I got it from Edelweiss.
So this book
Well,
is about...
and Galley, but I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
Oh, did you get it from that?
Well, it's that Edelweiss thing where I always go there first because I prefer to use that platform. So if I request it on there, I can't rescind my request. So I request it on there, it pens. Then I go on to NetGalley and I get it. I think I'm auto approved or I'm approved for it. So then I don't need it from Edelweiss, but at that point I can't cancel it.
I wish you could cancel requests.
I agree.
And you can't. This book is about Hayden Vargas, and she kind of has a bad reputation in school. There's rumored to be very experienced. The book doesn't really ever tell you how experienced she is, though. More on that later. So Hayden is just hanging out at this party, and she meets Emmeline Martin, and Emmeline's a good girl. She is a year younger than her, and her brother is the superstar of the high school. And Emmeline has a crush on a boy, and she basically offers to pay Hayden to teach her how to flirt and try to seduce a boy. And Hayden's she doesn't really want to, but she's trying to get enough money to get away from her mom because she's living in a pretty bad situation. Her mom's got alcohol and drug issues. So Hayden decides that she will do it, and then she starts spending more time at their house, and then she's spending more time with Nolan, who is Emmeline's older brother, and they kind of get an emotions thing going. And on the other side, Emmeline's trying to kind of flirt with her brother's best friend Beau, but he's he can't be with her because she's his best friend's little sister. That's basically the whole story.
I don't believe the romantic connection between Emmeline and Beau. I don't believe it. It goes from this is my younger sister to it felt very rushed. Very
Emmeline and Beau were the only part of the book I liked, because to me that feels like so many other romance books, because I think at the beginning he was kind of looking at her different, but he knew he couldn't be with her. My problem was I didn't buy Hayden and Nolan. They never interact at all.
No, I definitely didn't either. And I think it would have been far more interesting if we had just focused on them, because the thing is, their character traits, there was enough there that you could have really built up something that was layered and interesting and developed, but it wasn't.
There was nothing there, and I don't know if it was because it was a third person narrative. I don't know what exactly was the issue, but it felt very flat. There was no flirty romance. It's a romance book. That's what it's being advertised for. But there was no romance. There was no flirty interactions. There was no dating. And so I just kind of felt like the other storyline was more interesting, but it wasn't particularly well developed either.
Well, I mean, eventually, and I'm going to be very vague about it just to kind of keep away from spoilers, but just kind of eventually between Emmeline and Beau, it was just unbelievable. I mean, you've got this player guy, and then you've got this girl who has hired another girl who she's, essentially considers a slut, to teach her how to seduce a man. It didn't make sense, kind of the way it all played out.
No, I mean, to me, it just felt like I've seen that story so many other places, and I mean, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
It didn't make sense. For me, it didn't work. And then at that point, it just seemed like everything was just so over the top. Of course that's going to happen. And of course that soap opera plot point is going to happen. It's it was unnecessary. It you didn't need it. But also by that point, you're well, what does it really matter? What is compelling me to finish this book? It was just kind of different pieces and parts of drama, but no actual kind of arc or tension to get me to the end.
Well, and for me, for a romance to work, I have to care for the characters and their relationship. And like I said, you didn't, but I did like Emmeline and Beau. But I mean, it's resolved pretty early, and I'm okay, and I don't care about Hayden and Nolan.
I think the most interesting part of this book, and also the strangest, was the kind of the budding romance between the two friends, the Leah and Monica.
Oh, right, yeah.
The two friends, Emmeline's two friends. Like, I thought that was kind of the most interesting part of this book, and even that was like super strange.
It just
strange.
well, and the other thing is, I finished it a week, like not even a week ago, and I don't remember it very well.
Oh, that was the other thing. Now that I'm like thinking back to that part of it, Emmeline's voice seemed young. Like she seemed like a middle schooler. And the way that Nolan reacts to her feels like she is far younger than she actually is.
I see that. I just like she was sheltered. But like that's my thing. Like it's not even that what bothers me. Like literally, like I felt like the book was just very flat.
Yeah. No, I just don't think Emmeline's voice worked for me, and I think that's what skewed everything else.
So we should just rate it.
She felt much younger than what she was.
Because there's like really nothing else to say.
She's a junior. Like I don't understand why half of what is happening to her is happening to her.
But she's very sheltered. She's a very sheltered junior. I mean that doesn't.
She's
just, yeah.
Even young.
To be quite honest, this author other times writes historical like adult romance, and I can see that. I can see that in this, and it just didn't work. Should we rate it? So our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We're doing 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
2 unicorns.
I'm at 2. Yeah. It was disappointing.
I feel like I'm really close to like going down to a 1 though.
I just
want to do that.
It was just disappointing. So it's been a hard week in books.
Yeah.
So we'll see you around.
Yeah, see ya. Bye.
Bye.